Angry guy here. And women are rapidly dropping out of the workforce, facing homelessness, and giving up as passport kings leave. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the content, if there's a topic you'd like me to discuss, to request a topic for a video, see the description below. And with that said, let's just go ahead and jump right into the article. So, lazy girl jobs and ditching the 9 to 5, Gen Z parents have failed them. This is so interesting, right? So, my social media feeds are filled with reposts from TikTok videos featuring Gen Z having a lot of issues with work. Lazy girl jobs encouraging women to seek out low stress, minimal effort, possibly remote jobs, but of course, high paying ones became a viral phenomenon. One young one young woman, guys, there's like a spelling error. This is from Fox News. What? This is from Fox News. There's a spelling error. Anyway, one young woman shared an on-camera breakdown over working 9 to 5. It was probably done by a Gen Zer because they can't read or write. One young woman shared an on-camera breakdown over working 9 to 5 because with commute she was tired and didn't have enough free time. While it's easy to dunk on these young people, I really blame the parents. This hurts because Gen Z is being raised in large part by Gen X. Bro, y'all need to back off, okay? Zennial here, back off, back off, back off, back off. Which should make the kids awesome and self-sufficient. It should, right? So how about it's not the fault of Gen Z and just the fault of social media and this destroyed society that is pioneered by the boomers. They're the maestros of all the chaos. But alas, we keep witnessing across social media many young people are struggling. Here's where they have been let down and how they can change it around. Of course, they don't care that men are dropping out of the workforce in record numbers. But when it comes to the girls, oh my gosh, poor things, poor babies. All right. So, while young people consuming so much left-leaning propaganda online and even in school, it is not entirely surprising that young people want to do as little work as possible and just expect that food, clothing, shelter, entertainment, and more will fall from the sky for them. When you are young, you start from square one. You probably don't have much of a net worth or perhaps a negative one like I did from college loans. You don't have a lot of experience, so yes, you have to work to take care of your needs and wants. And then over time, and you can earn extra free time if you desire it. That doesn't mean you should neglect self-care. It just means you need to be realistic and efficient. If you are too tired to work out when you get home because of a long commute, work out closer to your work's location when you have more energy. If meal prep is getting you down, prepare your meals on Sunday evening for the week. Finally, give it perspective. If you have a job you love or a great opportunity to learn, focus on what is amazing about those opportunities to which others don't have access. When I was young, my father instilled in me a sense of pride for whatever I did. Whether it was making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches as a worker in the kitchen of a day camp, yes, I did that job, to writing best selling books now, whatever I do. My name goes on it, and I take putting my name on my work seriously. Many young people don't have pride in themselves or their work, which is their personal art and contribution to the world. The idea that you are seeking to be a lazy girl is absolutely emblematic of not having pride in yourself and how you spend your time. It doesn't mean that you have to delete yourself with work, but you have a privilege that very few people around the world and throughout history have had. You can choose how you want to earn a living and support yourself, and you have a wide variety of choices, which you can change fairly easily and frequently throughout your life. Whatever, when, okay, whatever you do, give yourself all and be proud of what you are contributing to others and to your own self fulfillment. Okay. When I was growing up, young people who were going through challenges worked out their problems in a couple of ways. One was a diary where they would vent their frustrations on paper and nobody was meant to read it, or perhaps we sought counsel via a phone call with a friend or a discussion with a sibling. What we need to, what we did not do is create a production to share with the world for millions of strangers to comment on, like I'm doing here, okay? Personal growth can be a challenge at any age, but it is amplified when you are young. As a young person, that's your personal struggle, and you do not need to broadcast that to the world. Again, something that your parents should have taught you. Try to use every aspect of your personal life for clicks or other attention isn't healthy and will end up causing more harm than good. In fact, it would be healthy to step away from the phone and learn to live in the moment in all that you do. Try to get outside and enjoy and just enjoy it. You don't need to share what you are doing. You don't need to do a broadcast or view nature through a phone camera lens. Just take the time to be present and enjoy the world yourself without feeling the need to include everyone or get their approval. Mentorship for Gen Z. Mentorship can help Gen Z reach its potential where their parents may have failed, other people in their life can. Young people should seek out relationships with people that they admire in real life, not on TikTok and Instagram, and get feedback when they are struggling. There are plenty of people who have decades of experience that can help make them more at ease with their personal and professional choices and with their perspective. And people are usually very willing to help if you ask kindly and make it easy for them to do so. What Gen Z needs to learn is that growth, challenges, and struggles are all a normal part of life, but broadcasting those to the world is not. I mean, guys, this is a joke. It's an absolute joke. They're basically trying to blame everyone else for the fact that Gen Z sucks and young women, Gen Z women, don't want to work. They don't want to admit that these girls, these young people, they no longer have the skills to actually go out and earn a living. They are underserving society. A lot of them are basically still living with mom and dad, or they're falling into extreme poverty. They're doing this thing called peasant meals, which basically are medieval peasant meals, which is basically just literally fruit, bread, and lunch and lunchable meat. Some of you do to the chat are like, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. I have guys I have this one guy in my comments that likes to talk about like the amazing meals that he's preparing, chopping up fresh parsley, rubbing the seasoning into the meat. No, he's cutting down, he's throwing down in the kitchen. That's what I'm talking about. Some of the rest of y'all are just terrible. All right. Like, I mean, like, listen to me. Just because they're living like peasants doesn't mean you should. All right. But that's how a lot of these young women are living. They're living very poor lives. And then this is the reason why they need all this makeup and serums, because they're not healthy. By 25, they look about 40, 45, or 50. They're aging rapidly. They are burning through their lives rapidly. And the reason is because they're living very poorly. Modern day society has incentivized women to focus on attention, the attention economy, and very much so the simp economy. But they don't realize that it's a trap. And ultimately, where all of this leads is to the streets. And the streets are a very, very cold place. That's why so many young women, I show you guys these videos of all these young women who are on the streets, and it's shocking. Oh, how old are you? I'm only 25. Bro, you look a good 55. And not just a good 55, but a hard 55. A hard 55, okay? Like if someone said that you were 65 or 70, people would say, you know what, you're not doing too bad. With a little work and a little talent, you can fix yourself up. That's up at 65 or 70. They say you could work on yourself. You could work on yourself at 65 or 70. All right, y'all are 25. Look at a hard 55. That's how bad it is with these young ladies today because of the lives that they're living. All right, they are burning through it. They are literally burning through their lives like Doctor Who regenerates, which is another story. I just watched the latest. I just watched the first special, and I was really. At first, I thought it was cool, but then they threw so much shade and basically they wanted to like just put down dudes at the end, like, oh, because of your male perspective, you could never understand anything, your male presentation. And of course, David Tennant just stood there like a, like, I don't even know how to refer to him, but then he's the same guy that was promoting He for She years ago. Y'all remember He for She? I told y'all M2 V2 is on the way. M2 2.0 is on the way. They're going to be going after everyone. Everyone. I mean, like I said, Stan from accounting is going to get it. He might be broke, but the company they work for is going to pay out. They're going to go for everyone. They're going to literally go for dudes that they have never that they basically just said they've met briefly years ago, dudes that they knew, worked with years ago. All right, like decades ago. It's going to be that serious. This is what's going to happen. Not only that, guys, someone pointed this out, because they're already doing it. They're going after dudes over text messages, men they have never even met, dudes that they exchange messages with on dating apps. They're going after dudes on dating apps. M2 is going to literally move into the virtual space. That's really what 2.0 is going to be. It's not just going to be them going after a lot more dudes in real life. They're going to be going after guys in the virtual space, guys that they exchange messages over text messages, guys on dating profiles. Bro, even dudes on social media, on YouTube, that are just making videos. They're going to go after these dudes as well. They're deliberately going to try. Guys, you're going to see these people going after YouTube itself, saying that you have a content creator on this platform and he made me feel unsafe, and that's why I need $1.5 million. And you know what's going to happen? I'm telling you right now, a lot of these companies are going to begin, they're going to take it out on the content creators. They're going to push out a ton of new rules and restrictions about what you're allowed to say on the platform, what you can do on the platform. And it's only going to push men further away from even engaging with content creators or subscribers or viewers in the online space that are not male. That is ultimately what it's going to do. It's going to result in more men isolating themselves from anyone who is not male on social media and these platforms. That's what's going to happen, because they're going to successfully start going after like their friend, like Facebook friends, some dude they never met on Facebook. Oh, I'm gonna go after you. Some dude they never met on Twitter, and they're going to be successful. They're going to file these suits, all types of suits, and they're going to win in court. They're going to win in court. This is a very different America that we live in. All right. They're going to win in court in the United States. They're going to win in court in the United Kingdom. They're going to win in court in Canada, Australia, and these Western countries, Western predominantly white countries. They are going to win, and they're going to win big. A lot of these companies won't even allow the case to go to trial, because it'll be cheaper to just get rid of them and pay them than to pay the attorneys, because the amount of money that it's going to cost is going to be absolutely ridiculous, and it's going to lead to many more restrictions on these platforms. But on TikTok, every platform, and like I said, you're going to have men literally now just basically putting a barricade between them and anyone else who's not a guy in these virtual spaces, because it's going to be literally about censorship in these virtual spaces, and censoring and controlling what men are allowed to say, and how much, and if they're allowed to make money in these virtual spaces. This is what these women are going to be doing. It's absolutely sad. It's ridiculous, but that's the reality that we now live in. It's going to be such a desperate time. Guys, I put up a poll, and I basically asked about, I said, how much does the average OnlyFools creator make? OnlyFools or Lonely Fans, however you want to pronounce it. And the honest to goodness truth is, like, the average OnlyFools creator makes $181 a month. And someone pointed out that is that the average or the median? Because if we're looking at the median, it could really be more like $6. Like, guys, it's absolutely insane. Many of them are making zero money. And the irony is that they're going to be rushing to this platform as times get tougher, as it gets harder, because they're going to be misled by a lot of these managers. You have a lot of these women who are now managers on these platforms, and they're like, oh, I can help you. I can help you set up. I can help you build your profile up. I will guide you, and I'm going to take a cut. So they're going to get these girls involved in this thing, believing that they're gonna. It's like they're like the new YouTube for them, and basically they destroy their good name. They don't realize that after they've been on this platform, and now eliminates them from getting jobs. Not even McDonald's is gonna want to hire them. Not even. I'm telling y'all, not even McDonald's. Companies like forget about what is Chipotle's. Chipotle's are what's that religious restaurant? Oh my goodness gracious! And like I had their chicken sandwich. Like they make the best chicken sandwiches ever. Oh, I cannot remember, but you guys know exactly who I'm talking about. And it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A. I was waiting for it to come back to me. Chick-fil-A. All right. Best chicken sandwiches ever. It's so simple. I was so angry, man. I tried the Chick-fil-A sandwich and it's so simple. And I was so furious because it was delicious and it had no business being so delicious yet so simple. I tell you. Oh, but guys, regardless of that, I'm just looking at the reality of it. Women are going, as inflation continues to rise and things get harder, they're going to be running to these platforms, and they don't even realize that it's going to wipe out their opportunities to even work at. They will never get a job at Chick-fil-A. Okay, you're not going to go from Lonely Fast to Chick-fil-A. All right, they are destroying. They are basically throwing away their futures for instant gratification in the present. A couple dollars at that. All right, and then you know where they're gonna head up? They're gonna end up at the church. And I'm telling y'all right now, you're gonna just watch it. You're gonna see all these men just getting up and walking out of the church and saying things like, "Shoots, I know I shouldn't have been here in the first place," because they know that the women are there trying to get into a relationship with them. And all these men that I've been telling y'all, stay out of the church. You're just gonna you're gonna hear these dudes like just hissing their teeth and like saying things like, "I'm done with this." No, I'm done with this. I knew I shouldn't have been here anyway. I'll have to talk about it with God. I was just here for entertainment and gossip. All right. Father, forgive me. I have to spend time with you, but I know Jesus. I knew Jesus wasn't here for a long time. All right, I've been fooling around, but I'm not putting up with this anymore. I'm done. And all these men are gonna pick up and just walk. They're gonna pick up and just walk out of the church. I've been telling you all about this. You're gonna see it happen. All right. Women are rapidly dropping out of the workforce, facing homelessness, and giving up as passport kings leave. I want to know what your thoughts are regarding everything we discussed in the comments. By the way, guys, turn on notifications, because a lot of you guys are getting notifications because you don't have your notification bell on. So turn on notifications and subscribe to the channel. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away. And cheers.